If you walked out of the exam hall feeling like the paper was impossibly difficult, the data suggests you aren't alone. Right now, most candidates are focused on how the 1/3 negative marking impacted their raw score and where the final cutoff will actually land. This report from Deinik Bosker reveals a significant shift in the competition. While 5,021 people applied, only 2,862 appeared for the test. That is an attendance rate of just 57%, a nearly 9% drop in participation compared to the 2019 recruitment cycle. When you filter those numbers further for basic eligibility and document accuracy, the active pool of candidates drops even lower, to an estimated 2,300 to 2,400 people. Now, compare that to the vacancies. The official notification explicitly lists 1,100 total posts for the veterinary officer position. This creates a unique statistical situation. With 1,100 seats for roughly 2,400 eligible test takers, the competition ratio is just 2.1 to 2.6 candidates per post. Historically, this is one of the most favorable ratios for this position. However, the paper's structure offsets that low ratio. The exam scheme notes confirm a 150-question format, where every incorrect answer deducts 1/3 of a mark. This penalty makes aggressive guessing a high-risk strategy. Initial feedback suggests the conceptual nature of the questions, combined with that penalty, has kept the majority of scores in a tight cluster. Most candidates are currently sitting between 65 and 75 marks out of the total 150. There is also a critical detail missing from this cycle's rules. Unlike previous years, there are no minimum qualifying marks required to pass this exam. This means the government is required to fill all 1,100 vacancies by descending the merit list until the seats are gone, regardless of how low the final scores may go. The dilemma isn't whether seats will be left empty, it's how the reservation formula distributes that tight cluster of 65 to 75 mark scores, and which categories will see their cutoffs pushed higher by the top-tier performance. The sorting begins with the unreserved, or general, category. This bucket is filled first based on open merit, regardless of candidate category. This open merit rule pulls the highest scoring individuals from every reserved category directly into the general pool. For general category candidates, this creates a high-pressure environment. Because you don't benefit from any reserved quotas, you are competing directly against the absolute top scores from the entire 2,400-person pool. OBC candidates face a different challenge. While their top scores move up into general merit, the OBC pool is the largest contingent in the state. Even after the top tier is siphoned off, the volume of remaining candidates ensures the competition for the dedicated OBC seats remains high. Based on the density of candidates in these two groups, we expect their cutoffs to be pushed well above the 75-mark average. To be safely within the top 40 in these groups, the total number of eligible candidates who appeared for the exam is very close to the total number of reserved seats available. For female candidates in these categories, the competition is even lower. Because the pool is so small and there is no minimum passing threshold, avoiding significant negative marks is often the primary requirement for selection. This creates what we call a floor collapse in the scores. EWS candidates should feel secure at a 70, SC at 55, and for ST and MBC, the cutoff is mathematically likely to drop below 40. This grid represents the calculated safe zones for male candidates across all categories. These numbers are based on the 1,100 available seats and the clustering of scores resulting from the paper's difficulty. General 92, OBC 84, EWS 70, SC 55, and ST and MBC under 40. For female candidates in the general, OBC, and EWS categories, the reservation math consistently provides a safe zone roughly 5 marks below the male requirement. In the SC, ST, and MBC categories, the ratio of female applicants to available seats is so low that we anticipate a selection rate near 100% for those who appeared for the exam. While these figures represent the upper bound of the safe zones, the official cutoff may dip slightly lower depending on how many candidates fail the final document verification stage. To help us track how the scores are clustering across the state, please drop your category and expected score in the comments. Subscribe for our next update, where we will walk through the specific requirements for the upcoming document verification process.